incident is completely true, and even today, whenever I remember that night, a cold shiver runs down my spine. It happened back in 2016. One of my closest friends often took me along to different events. That night, too, we returned home on a motorbike around 2 a.m. after a long, tiring ride. The journey was completely normal, nothing strange, nothing that felt off, nothing scary at all. But the real fear began when we started looking for a place to sleep. My friend quickly set up his mattress and lay down, immediately getting on a phone call, and I knew him well enough. He's going to stay on that call the whole night, and I won't be able to sleep. So I decided to sleep alone, away from the noise. There was a basement, slightly dark, a bit cold, and the kind of silence that makes you feel watched even when you're not. But I was exhausted. I didn't overthink it. I placed a pillow against the wall, didn't even check my phone, closed my eyes, and tried to sleep. I had barely been lying there for a few minutes when suddenly I heard someone coming down the stairs. Soft footsteps, slow, steady, each one echoing on the solid stone steps. Tap, tap, tap. I assumed it was my friend, so I kept my eyes closed. I didn't feel scared, not yet. The footsteps came right up to where I was lying and then stopped, but nobody spoke, nobody moved, just silence. And then something not human, something weightless, touched my left knee. Not a hand, not a finger, more like a shadow brushing past me and gently pushing my knees together with a faint thump before letting them fall back into place. My breath froze. This was not a person. No human sneaks into a basement at 2:30 a.m. just to touch someone's knee without saying a word. But I still didn't open my eyes. My heart just started racing. A few minutes later, the footsteps returned, but this time they were heavier, slower, more deliberate, as if whoever or whatever was coming down wanted me to hear it. They stopped right next to me. My body began to tremble, and it repeated the same movement, that same soft thump on my knee, except this time it wasn't gentle. It felt closer, more intentional, almost like it was checking if I was awake. That was the moment I knew. This is not human. I started reciting every prayer I knew, silently, with my eyes shut tight. I didn't dare look. After a while, the presence faded. No more footsteps, no sound, just the faint feeling that something invisible had been standing near my bed. Eventually, I opened my eyes. The light was still on. The room was empty, but the air felt disturbed, as if something had just moved away moments before. I stayed awake for a long time, and then somehow fell asleep again. The next day, I told my friend everything. He started laughing. I stared at him, confused. I asked, "Why are you laughing?" And he said, "That basement isn't normal. Last time we slept there, the lights kept turning on and off by themselves. We literally ran out of there in the middle of the night. There's something down there. My heart dropped. A few days later, I went back into that basement during the afternoon. I was lying on the opposite side this time, my head resting against a round pillow placed near the wall. And then, out of nowhere, the pillow gave a tiny shake. I froze, but behind me, there was nothing except the wall. I thought maybe I imagined it, until the pillow moved again, a little pinch, as if someone had playfully flicked it with their fingers. This time, instead of fear, I smiled. Maybe it's one of those familiar spirits, the harmless ones that just like to make their presence known. To this day, I still don't know who it was or what it wanted, but one thing is certain. If I had opened my eyes that night, I might not be here to tell this story today. If you enjoyed this story, then after you wake up fresh, calm, and fully rested, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and gently tap the like button. Your support means the world to me. Good night and sleep deeply.